guys. Welcome in, welcome in. Get your coffees and teas. I just got through eating a bite, and I just want to set the record straight, right quick, for for my collectors, basically, and for myself too. Excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna get my bowl up and go put it up. Okay. I don't want nobody to feel like they're gonna eat off my plate or eat out of my bowl. Okay. Okay. So this is for my collectives, okay? And I'm here to set the record straight for you and with you, and I will be your voice if you cannot speak these things on yourself for yourself and feel like you will be held accountable for what you speak or what somebody's projecting out on you or somebody's throwing attention at you or whatnot, what have you. Let me say this. For the family members, the toxic family members that think that you're going to keep plotting and scamming and scheming and getting officials to come in and do your dirty work and think because you got officials working for you, this is another, how would I say this? This is another awareness for you guys. You guys got right, just the amount of attention you need in a state where I've been raised. And in the state that my collectors been raised, there's a lot of shit being revealed in the communities that people need to really be worried about. Instead of be worrying about the chosens, you need to be worrying about what's going on in your community with these holes popping out in the grounds. Something that never happened in the community that I'm from. With these UFOs popping out in the areas. Secreting the chosen ones, protecting the chosen ones, showing themselves strong as the chosen ones present themselves to be. Y'all better wake up. You better pay attention because all this plotting, scamming, and scheming, you ain't getting nowhere with that. You're not. Somebody have to reveal the truth. Somebody gotta let these people know. We ain't gotta put out and say ugly things or bitch, be ignorant about it. Like, the scamming, the scheming, the plot, that shit is over with. It's over with. It's a done deal. You can't control us. You can't control our situation. You can't control our outcome. Because we're taking our situation and we're taking control over it. Our birthright is for us. That's our name on it. That's why collectors' names on that shit. Not you, not Nene, Ron, Bushiki, and Sean, and Ray, and Bushiki, nephew and niece, and none of that. None of that. That says whoever it belongs to, that's who it belongs to. Whatever comes with that is for them. Okay? But I want to say this to you collectors. Don't worry about nothing these people doing. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you something as a person that's been going through it for a minute. If I tell you don't worry about it, don't you worry about it, baby. Whatever fast plot moves or act that these people trying to take up on, baby, it's so many ways to reveal your situation to the point where there's DNA, there's fingerprints, there's conversations. There's recordings. Even if you're around false witnesses, there's still proof and evidence. No matter what nobody say, do, or plot upon you. Okay? Can't nothing trap you at this point. It's over. It's over. And someone just want to put out a narrative. Let them do what they do, okay? But don't you dare sit up there and worry about what these people doing. That's what they want. They see us working with our powers and our gifts. And they want to take that shit. They want to take some of that energy with them. And the more they do to us, the more we come aware. See, they just attacked me the other day. They came up in here and they fucking, went in here taking my drawers. I'm outside talking to the police. The police been out here about, 3-4 days ago. I got my internet shit at somebody else's house in the apartment complex. So, excuse me, I'm like, I'm not about to be walking around here knocking on nobody's door for this, that, and third. I walked up one person's house, and that was my neighbor right by me. Came back. But, like a long story short, these people are steady doing little tasky things, stealing our mail, redirecting our information where we won't receive our mail. We know that the mail's coming. We know that the mail is here. They're not doing anything about it. They're not even stopping these people from even taking our mail, but people behind the scenes are investigating these people. They're watching them. They got a close eye on these folks. Don't think 1 minute in your mind that these people not being watched, that's watching you, that call themselves, wanting to take over your situation, want your story to fit their situation. They want to control your lifestyle and your comings and going. They can't even control their own. Okay? So whoever out there that's putting out a false narrative, trying to, get you caught up in some shit, look, you got evidence. You might live alone, but just know you got evidence. And you got receipts to prove it. So because somebody else feel like, they live by themselves and then I get this amount of people to do this and this and that there. Let me tell you something. They're already caught, baby. They're being watched from starting off with you from day one. Okay? It ain't no more room to be putting out false narratives. And every situation that goes on around you, don't feel intimidated by these people. These people are intimidated by you, by the weight that you carry. Okay? Don't never second guess who you are in a situation where a whole bunch of people got to come up against you, because you're a powerful person. When people got to pack up and fly out and walk out and come out and reveal themselves, you're a powerful person, because everybody wants to start siphoning from that energy. And they don't even know nothing about you, but they're just going to work, trying to make you miserable while they are already in misery. These people fighting to live, and we're free beings. We're living. So keep that shit in mind when you hear these secretive plots. When you get these little awareness, remember that they're fighting to live. We're not. We're authentic and marvelously made. Okay? So keep that shit in mind. Okay? So damn with these other, because some of these people that they saying that's plotting on us and then coming against us, we don't even know these folks. Let the people do what they do. Let them. Because when you find out who did it and you press them charges, let them keep that same energy, because it's going to be a day where these people are going to be sitting in hell for what they caused you. It is. They're involving people that people don't even know what they're getting into. They just know a little bit here and that's it. They have no idea. Okay? And hey, if you want to be the surprise, hey, let it be. Let it be. But we can't control nobody. And we ain't here to control nobody. We're here to walk in divine alignment and keep going. Okay? Because a lot of people that secret a plot on you, some of these people be family members and friends, and these people don't even know who the hell you is. They don't know you. They just, they got to come to them. Baby, look, we don't want to hear it. We want to hear it. Okay? It's enough for the, trying to get the family to siphon from you, trying to get this person to siphon from you, not get that person to go siphon from you. Somebody just miserable and they want you to be miserable. They want you to be miserable. And you choose peace. You choose happiness. You choose joy. Okay? And your action speaks volumes. It speaks. And these people, they really worry. They really are. They really are. They're waiting to information for the people in the higher position to give them info, clarification. And some of them ain't even being truthful to everybody that's getting information. These people back behind the scenes lying their asses off, hoping to block and delay because they need more time, because they trying to come up with another strategy. And they being secretly guided to do this shit. So that's why I say a lot of people ain't safe in the situation that they doing in other people's energies. They're not. They thinking that, oh, well, I'm good, and oh, you know, they don't know what I'm doing, and they can't detect me. They don't know. They don't, and shit. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You ain't gotta worry about us. You gotta worry about the divine. That's the difference. Sometimes you just gotta walk away, you know. And I know sometimes you just feel like dang, I'm walking away. I choose me, but it seemed like to me this person make a way to try to rob me of my energy, or rob me of my peace, rob me of my joy, rob me of my excitement, rob me of my blessings, rob me of my miracles, my change. Let me tell you something. Do the 369 method, okay? Do the 369 method. And whatever you want the divine to do, the divine will, that's you working with the divine, and divine has the world, the divine, the codes, they have to obey those codes. They have to obey those codes. So do the 360. They don't want to leave you alone. They don't want to stop picking on you and bothering you. Do the 369 method. Okay? They don't want to stop attacking you. They don't want to stop harboring off of your energy. Do the 369 method. I promise you, when you do your 369 method, some of you might have to quote these and say, I did mine. I'm gonna give you insight. Cause see what I'm prevailing out, you can't stop this. Oh baby, no. You can't stop that. Hell no. But I'm gonna tell you what I did. I'm gonna give you a little insight on how you can start this thing off by protecting yourself using the 369 method. Now, when you do 369 method, I know this situation, you know, you probably like, well, how can I do that? That's something that I need, want, desire, right? Well, you desire to have peace, don't you? You desire to have money, don't you? You desire to have a family, a protection surrounding you, don't you? You desire to have, you know, a decent home, right? You desire to have, you know, love in your life, right? Well, some people could be coming up against our love life, coming up against our personal minds, our personal health. They could just be in our energy. You want your own energy. You don't want to share your energy with nobody. You don't want these people in your space. You're not in touch and agreement with what they're doing in your energy. You're not happy with that. That's a hurting situation to know somebody's in your energy and robbing you of your energy intentionally, plotting up against you intentionally, bringing harm upon you intentionally, astral projecting, using spell work and magic on you intentionally. This is not something that somebody just said, oh, well, today, you know, I'm going to be and attack myself to this person, and I'm going to, you know, be a pleasant disturbance today. This is an ongoing situation. Okay? So I'm going to tell you what you do. And at this point, a community could be involved. So I'm going to tell you what I quote my situation is. I said, community defamation of character. I'm going to say it again for the people in the background. Community defamation of character. And I started mine off. I'm not going to give you any details, but I started off. But I'm going to give you insight on how to start yours off. I can give you that. That starts with community defamation of character. That means somebody in the community can be having your home as an open house. For people to come through your home, take whatever, do whatever while you're not in your home. Okay? Not only that, it's the situations go where you get mail. They're traveling through your mail. They're taking your mail. You ain't getting no mail. You ain't getting your light bill. You ain't getting your water bill. You ain't getting your gas bill. You ain't even getting your insurance documents. You ain't even getting the checks that you're supposed to be receiving. Or important court documents. You're not receiving it. Okay? You got false witnesses around you. Okay? Tell them. Write that in their paper. Write it down. Write down community defamation of character. Quote that as that. But the 369 method. Now the 3, I need you to read it or record it. Record it. Listen to it 3 times. And confess your truth. And this is like a testimony. You can switch this around like a testimony. Okay? Say, divine, you activate me by even just be speaking it, because you ain't got to activate it at this point because you're working with the number to activate it. And you're saying, I'm putting the phrase, I'm being attacked in my home. People are trespassing me in my home. I don't feel safe in my home or my community. I'm not asking. I'm demanding peace. All surrounding me, mind, body, heart, and soul. That's for 3. Record that. Record that. Okay? Record that there. Hear yourself say it and listen to it 3 times in a row. The 6, because it's 3, 6. I need you to write it down. Write it down. Whatever you got to do, write it down. Okay? And I need you to read it 6 times. Read it 6 times. And whatever it is that these people have done, you recorded it, well, you demanded. The 3. You demanded. You recorded it. You listened to it 3 times. You wrote it down. And you read it in your mind 6 times. No, excuse me. You read it out loud 6 times. 9 times, you're going to read it in your mind. You're going to read it in your mind. 9 times in your mind. It's the renewal and the restarting of your mind. Read it 9 times in a row. And when you read that thing, I don't know, you might want to go a little more. You might want to do it a little extra, but sometimes it don't require that. Just do what you're told and let go. Don't try to remind yourself of what was said in it. In the information that you wrote, don't do none of that. Because you have already set it out. And let it go. Let it go. That's just like you praying and saying, God, I done had enough, Lord. Now you went to God. Now God is showing you the awakening that you are in control to stop these things. Meaning stop eating meat. Stop eating unhealthy, clean food. Become a 44,000. Because that's what's happening. That's how you get closer to the divine, to the highmost. Stop bringing in heavy metals, the fast food, the low vibrational drinks and eating and things. Stop that. Ascend yourself for what you want to stop that's trying to control your life, your outcome, your situation, your environment. You got the power to stop that. Because when you change, things in your community is going to change. Something is being already changed, and some of us are not even, it's not the fact that you're ignoring it, it's the fact that somebody's trying to blindside it. And you are already in there knowing. And someone's like, oh, they're going to be real pissed when they find this out. You know, we're going to get this and that. And the divine is like, See, somebody trying to put a tab on situation that they ain't got no room to be putting on. And they just don't know. They don't have the finest idea. They really don't. And God is saying, okay, they pocket watching, they listening, they watching this, they proving this, they point a point here. And the Bible's like, okay, let them. Let them. Let them. He wants you to focus on what you got going on. And you didn't put your situation out there to the divine. Now you about to get proof. You about to get proof. You about to get evidence. You guys about to get something tangible. Something that you can feel. Something that you can see. Something that the energy will rely, I can't say rely on, but the energy that you will feel. You can feel, touch, see, and feel. And that's energy. You can feel it all day long with your hand tangible. You can see it. But the energy doesn't lie. Energy never lies. So as long as you have those three, want, get, and keep. Want, get, and keep. All those things is in the desire what you want the divine to do. But can you keep it? And whatever that situation is that you want to keep, whether that's a desire to stay away from the situation, or desire to be in your peace and your authentic self, or desire to stay on the path that you're being guided to. Now, some people can be saying that you've fallen from grace. Because I did research the other day, and I'm going to say this. I'm not going to say I'm not into God, but I don't have an interest in listening to the same repeated patterns of who God is. See, it seemed like to me like when I was into God, listening to the word of God and who God is, it was the same thing. Everybody's preaching about the same thing, but it seemed like to me nothing was really changing until I took a change. When I took a spiritual change, that's when things really start changing. And I had to realize God is spirit. I had to realize, girl, you're a spirit. Your crown, which is your down, where you get your downloads, it's called a God, like a God complex. Yeah, it aligns everything else with the vessel. See, this is a flesh. The flesh controls in the spirit. You want to know why? Because you got a lot of parasites. Parasites will control the vessel and the spirit. But when you eat different, when you bring yourself into alignment, you ain't got to do too much to prove it. You ain't got to give nobody no evidence. You ain't got to bring out no receipts. Your actions going to show. Actions a motherfucker. Especially when you moving around and, and somebody attacking you and you ain't seeing your change because there's so much attacks. That's false narratives. False delusions. See, somebody wants you to feel a certain way where you can feel like something's going to keep on going and happening, and it's not. It's about your belief system. See, things are right now, that piece of change in the most powerful way. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Some people think that they're going to get, they can have access to all kind of things about you right now. Yeah, they got all kind of access to you. Your date of birth, your birthday, your social security. They feel like I got the main three things to find this person, to keep control over this and that. And they're saying, oh, okay. Yeah, you okay, all right. You think this person is to live in misery, and we sit here and watching this hot mess. They just sitting back and they timing it. It's all about divine timing. But we don't live under their timing. Okay? We don't live underneath the clock. We don't let the time dictate our future. We are the fucking future. That's what I need you to wake up to. We are the new earth. We are what we create. And how you create that is when you come up to new ideas and creativity. You birth new ideas spiritually. I mean, you go into real labor pains, real, what do you call that? Braxton Hicks. You really go through that during a spiritual birth. That means a new creativity, new things, business, creative ideas, working with entrepreneurs, working with people in the industries, sharing your ideas, selling your dreams and hopes and creativity to bring and give to somebody else. Whatever that might be, whatever you desire for it to be. Excuse me. Whatever you desire it to be, you are it. Nobody else. Not your husband, not your wife, not your children, not your nephew, not your niece, not your dog, not your cat, not your puppy, not your house, not your bills, not your car, not your clothes, not your purse, not your hair. Nobody but you. You. You are the change. You are the new earth. By how you transition, how you change mentally. Because I kept wondering like why people don't operate from an emotional place. Sometimes it's not safe to operate from an emotional place. Because your emotions, it blinds the eyes. It blinds your eye. You seeing what you want to see. And sometimes you hear what you want to hear. Assuming, oh no, that's what they said. I said, all right. And you sitting here walking blind, all in love. Walking blind. But at the end of the day, the more to the story of the situation is that you create what you desire. The mother empress, we here. And men gonna have to, and it's a lot to do with men. Men has to let go of the ego and give it back to the woman. Because I'm gonna tell you what the ego is. The ego's bruised for a lot of men. Because they done been hurt already. They done been hurt. Oh yeah, but real love, true divine love is from an empress. And I'm gonna tell you something. Some people presented themselves as empress, and some people got played out of true divine empresses. And now some of them had to sit back and watch the empress be an empress. Do a whole 360 on themselves. Mind, body, heart, and soul, and spirit. So them do a whole change. You understand me? Being a witness to that change. And wishing it, how could I fix it? How can I make it right? How can I come in? Break your ego. Let your ego go. That's the only way for men. Putting your ego down. When you give your ego to woman or you lay your ego down, a woman will, oh damn, I heard finesse. A woman ain't gonna finesse no man. An empress ain't gonna do all that. A true divine empress gonna let a man be a man. Because that man already know how to be a man. That man being bruised. So she gonna know how to love him. She gonna know how to care for him. She gonna know how to treat him. She gonna know what to do to hold on the fort, which is the foundation. Putting scriptures on the back of the bedroom door or the bedroom wall. Walking in, all right, Lord, this is my peace. This is my sanctuary. In the kitchen, and I'm gonna say this. I used to hear my grandmother do this. My grandmother used to be in the kitchen and she'd be humming. She ain't got to do all that loud talking, that loud singing when she cooking. She in the kitchen, ain't nothing on the TV on the kitchen, and she cooking. And Lord, ain't nothing like a woman in the kitchen singing to her cooking. That's healing, baby. When you get ready to eat, you're going to be glad to eat. You want to know why? Because she done healed the food. She done put love and time and effort into that meal. She ain't rushing. she ain't, do all that coffee season, all that. She took her time. And she was patient. And not only that, when you come home from a war, outside them walls, outside that torf, that foundation, you gonna want some peace, baby. That's any man. Ain't no man want to come home to no reckless house. That's reckless energy. A man gonna want to feel like, I can kick my shoes off at the door. It feels so good in here. The energy is just right. Lord, what's she doing in here? Praying for her husband before he even got the door. Praying for him while you're on the way. Baby, you on your way, see you texting them. And back in the day, you couldn't do that. There wasn't no such thing as cell phones. They praying that they man, their husband make it home. And when they walk in, they greeting them. The children's greeting them. Oh, daddy. You don't get that no more. Some kids look at the daddy when they walk in, ooh, you stink. They lost all respect. Now they living out the word, the Bible. They're worrying about, they living out the Bible. Now these witches and warlocks and got smart. They're living out the Bible and they're using the Bible to control the household. And there's nothing about the Bible, about the women in the household that's being spoken on. And hold on, let me rephrase that. It's nothing talked about in the Bible. I'm going to say this again. About the women that took us out of the Bible. Now man is just, I said man is not safe for men alone, but everything that we're about